So, what we're going to do is, and you might want to consider if you're right-handed, using your left hand. If you're right-handed, using your left hand as your block, okay, and using your right hand to hold the head and neck. And if you're left-handed, you might want to consider the other. But you should be able to do it both ways. But I can guarantee you'll have a favorite side. But you're going to take your hands and you're going to finger stack just like this, and that finger stack will be on the table, okay? And then what you're going to do is you're going to take your finger stack and lay it up underneath so that this point is on this point here, so those meet. So when you're like this, you're stacked up. Does that make sense? Okay? And then you're going to come in here like this and grab this head like that. So I got one hand, my right hand is around the back of the occiput, my right shoulder is on top of the head. Just like that. Okay? So, what do you think? Since I didn't give you a massage, can I?
I don't know.
You're breaking up with me?
Yeah, I think so.
It's not the first time. Okay, and then can you go down first? You have the same shoes on too.
I know, I didn't even notice it.
And you have two different socks on. No, you have a wrap on you. What, is this the trend, guys? Can I wear these to school?
I need an ascot and a pipe.
What did you say about my ascot?
We got a nice
That's
ascot.
like, so do you, except for talking about ascots.
I don't know about your luggage smells nasty.
Yeah, I was really getting worried. I missed my flight last night, and it was kind of funny because I had this fish in my suitcase, and I had one of those big things that you freeze, like a block. So I had put this fish on the block with some quail or some grouse there, and wrapped it in a towel with duct tape, and it's in my luggage. I checked, and they lost my flight got delayed, and I had to spend the night in Chicago last night, and the whole time I was worried about my fish. I was like, oh my gosh, when I get back, but I got it this morning, and I opened it up like a rock still. I was like, if that thing ever got lost, I had a problem. So, and it's some deer slime too. So right there. So this is one too. If you have halitosis, you might want to consider a mint or a gum, or looking away, because you're going to be in close proximity to the person's face. All right. But this goes on Atlas. So you take them like this. This goes on Atlas, and then my hand, watch this, goes right up next to this other one. They're like two friends, two buddies. All right. Roll them back like this. You do the Norwegian head clamp. Okay, where you grab him from behind on the back of the occiput, and you take his forehead and you put it on your shoulder, and you notice I can get OA flexion quite easily. So now it's just a simple issue of taking him into OA flexion maximally, and then doing a bilateral dorsal glide by pushing downward. You okay?
Mm-hmm.
Some people might find this very intense of a stretch, and it might hurt. Okay, so you might have to either slacken up on your clamp, ease off on your pressure. There's a multitude of things you have to kind of work with the person. Yes?
If you start with your hands straight up and down, it's going to be a problem because your knuckles are going to squish in together. You know, it's like someone who grabs your hand and shake it and squeeze it. So get it already in that pre-squeeze position. And then do a lumbrical grip to kind of firm it up a little. If you go and squeeze your hand, squeeze it, let it come together. And now do a little lumbrical grip, and it'll firm it up and make their knuckles come back up into the head. Okay? So you want to get a nice, solid, rigid platform there.
Yeah, and if you don't put the guys, well, if you've had a posterior or spinous process, the C1, if you don't put it on this metacarpal metacarpal phalangeal joint, and you do put it down here, it's gonna really squish it even more. So you gotta get it up here. But that comment of tighten your hand up, and kind of maybe slightly flexing it, gives you a little bit more structure to your hand, okay? You can do a unilateral one of these. I'm not gonna make you responsible for it, but you could I'll just give you a little bit of a, so I'm gonna take this, put it in the center, and I'm gonna slide it over to the left slightly. And then watch what I do. So I'm gonna take this, he's in the center now. I'm gonna slide it to the left slightly. I'm gonna right side bend him, left rotate him. And now I can look at that left away. I'm not gonna make you responsible for that one, but that, if you wanted to do this unilaterally, you could. But let's just stick with bilateral to start out with. Okay? Give it a try.